only came to us this year, or the back end of last year, but it's in its first season with us. It belonged to an eccentric vicar who lived in the middle of Leicestershire. And when he died, he'd been here on several occasions, when he died he had a big collection of all different organs and things. He left us this in his will. But when the lawyer who was dealing with his estate rang up and said we'd been left this magnificent beast, it was going to cost us £500 to have it delivered. That was in the clause in the will. And we said we didn't want it then because we couldn't afford £500. So we do have a band of, well, everybody who works here is a volunteer. We have a band of volunteers who do this sort of work, some who do the restoration and some who do the humping. So the humping brigade took the Land Rover and the trailer up there and fetched it and brought it back. And we've got also behind here, when I get it going, you can have a look and see all the books of music on there. And we've got all the musical, well, loads and loads of music with it. And this is what it sounds like, so I'll all the colours on. You get it working, you can come round the back and have a look at it. And it was used to stand on big galloping horses because it makes a lot of noise, and the noise it made was sort of generated people to the fair. That's what they were made for. There was only 27 of these ever made. There was only 2 in this country. We've got the only one that's left, and there was only 2 left altogether out of that 27. And the other one was in Belgium, and they let us know this year that theirs has succumbed to woodwork, and they daren't play it because the vibrations, it'll all fall apart. Woodworm, sorry, I said what I said, woodworm. But woodworm, and it'll all fall apart, so they don't play it. So this is the only one, as we know of, and we think it is true, that is still left in the world. But this one, I'll tell you now before it starts up, is not playing 100%, because there's 4 banks of music in this, and the bottom bank that works the conductor, the drum section, and half the bass section is not playing. So if you could imagine that all going, as well as everything else on it, the noise on it was absolutely tremendous. We used to work on steam, but we've got it converted to an ordinary blower, and we've taken the big blower off because it used to vibrate the whole of the building when it really struck up. So this is what it sounds like now. But in the next couple of weeks our organ tuner will be here for a fortnight and sort it out. all of the notes when it should be playing. I mean, it does make a lot of noise. But we have a chap who comes here, well, he plays the organ in our concert room on, well, he's been every month.
Would there be somebody specially stood behind here feeding the program all the time?
No, that would feed, that's the normal machine mechanism of the original one.
Yeah, but there'd be somebody responsible.
Only somebody responsible for putting the books on, but once you've got it in, it would do it all on its own. And we've still got quite a lot of the books for this one as well. But when he comes and he'll be here back end of next week, he stays, and the next concert we've got is September the 12th. He stays here for a fortnight and he'll work on this, particularly and get it all working again.
What's something like this worth?
Sorry?
What's something like this worth?
I don't know. I don't know. You couldn't put a price on it now. I mean, they won't insure this. They won't insure it because it's, you know, it would go. And all this lovely painted work on here was done by, as you can see, James Tiller from Long Sutton, which is just up the road. And this is the same Tiller. Do you remember the Tiller girls from the London Palladium? It's the same Tiller family, you see, as this. They are well known in the fairground music. And we won't go in there. I'll tell you a bit more about the Tillers.
he had a fight or something, so he went out and cut his ear off. That's not very pleasant thing to do. This is actually a piano arrangement of an orchestral piece. Rufforth did a lot of arrangements of orchestral pieces of piano. we had a lady music teacher here who pointed out the wrong note I played on work, so I didn't have to be told. And then she gave the worst performance I've ever heard. It was very erratic, all over the place. And then we had a couple here from London who came from Beijing or Peking, and they were announcers on BBC World Service Mandarin Chinese Service, and the young lady never seen one of these things in her life. She gave a perfect performance, better than the lady music teacher, so I felt very delighted about that. book cutter called Willy van Wincham. He's supposed to be very good when he hadn't had too much to drink. So this book, you can have a quiz now, see how many tunes you can recognise. You've heard of Switched On Classics. This is a bit switched on old folk tunes. It starts off with a quick verse of Royal Britannia, then we get To Be a Farmer's Boy. I think we have Old Lang Syne. It ends with There's No Place Like Home. We've got The Girl I Left Behind Me in it, which is a theme tune of John Wayne Western, She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. So there's lots of little snippets. So see, we'll have to have a quiz with this. You can write down how many tunes you recognise. It's quite good.
space. Very, very fine and detailed, accurate engineering goes into these, and as a result they were quite expensive, and only really families with good incomes could have afforded even to think about buying one. Can I just get into where you're standing, please? I need to get there to work on this. Playing track 4. This is a very interesting roll, but it's also a piece of music on this hot sunny day. Some of you might just recognise in part, at least. It's an educational roll, this is. Well, we've got English on this side, we've got Italian on that side, so by the time you've finished, you'll be bilingual. Alright? It's a sort of folk idiom that Greek was quite keen on using. Whilst it's playing, you'll see that the keys will go up and down, and I told you there's a fault just there. Look at that. And that note will be needed, so it won't play. Central E not playing.
Why did you pick that one to push?
No, if you can afford it, you probably have your own generating station. In the 1920s, if you had a big house, you had your own generator. When war was dead, partly it would have asked you to specify. Now, that is the verse to a very well-known Edwardian music hall song. When this was first sold out in the street, everyone would have known that verse and they'd know the chorus. You'll recognise the chorus, I'm sure. Daisy Bell and her bicycle built for two. Played by a French organist of great repute, Joseph Bonnet, played here on a German instrument. So we can't get more European than that, can we? Henry Purcell's Trumpet Tune and Air, played by Joseph Bonnet on this, a German residence pipe organ. 10 ranks, 472 pipes, plus a drum, believe it or not, inside there. These are dummies, by the way, they don't play at all. They're just decorative. from the 1920s that would have been enjoyed. I've taken the side cover off it, so if you want to walk up and have a look inside it while it's playing, please do so. But because we're quite many in number today, if you've had a look, could you then move away from it so others could then see, should they so wish. I have no fennecs, I'm desperately poor, so I know a secret bit of string to pull instead. And it's loud. it sounds more like a quartet. It's not a single violin playing.
people had smaller stars. Any questions? It came from America over 100 years ago, and it's playing an American song, Golden Slippers. Then that would change the tune. Just take that roll.
waltz, it's called the Snowball.